Pokemon Go Plus versus
Apple Watch.
Ooh, Pokemon.
You'll be able to go on walks, and it will count how many kilometers you've walked on that session.
Which is great if you like going for a run or something.
Think about this, Pokemon Go Plus, you could tie your hair up with it. So
oh! Hey guys, this is Cat the Cat and...
Oh, I was supposed to say my name.
Hey guys, this is Cat the Cat and the Hongo Gamer.
Hello.
And today we are gonna do the ultimate comparison, Pokemon Go Plus versus
Apple Watch. There was an event last week where they talked about iPhone 7, Apple Watch 2. They said that Pokemon Go, the app, will have an Apple Watch version.
Yes!
So we're very excited about that, but...
Pokemon Go Plus is coming out Friday, 16th. It looks a little bit like a Pokeball with like a little...
Looks like this.
Looks like this, exactly. What you have on your watch, you can wear it as a wristband, you can put it maybe on your pocket or on your bag, and it will alert you when a Pokemon is nearby, or it will alert you when you're near a Pokestop. Get going! Get alerts! Get Pokemon!
Or like the guys from Niantic say, Pokemon.
Pokemon! It's a small device that lets you enjoy Pokemon Go while you're on the move and not looking at your smartphone, which is great because you got run over by someone.
I got almost run over by someone who was driving and playing the game.
It connects via Bluetooth, it's available for Android, and you can also have
and iOS.
Obviously iOS. It starts with the iPhone 5 as the first one, and then up to the newest model.
So you gotta have an iPhone 5 at least.
At least an iPhone
for
5.
iOS. Compared to the Apple Watch app which is coming out, it does not have a screen.
No screen, which I think actually is a minus in my opinion.
Oh really?
So it vibrates and lights up when there is a Pokestop close or a Pokemon close.
Yeah.
Depending on the vibration, it tells you whether you caught that Pokemon because you push it. There's like one button for like $35 or 3,500 yen. That's all you're getting. Ooh, Pokemon! Did I get it?
Yeah, did I get it?
I think I got it.
Let's consider the context. You're walking with a friend chatting about shopping, and then you get the buzz, and you covertly just give it a tap, and you continue talking. And so actually, just check at the end of the day when you
do it covertly
and
on
also,
a date.
Yeah.
And you're not gonna get dumped.
And you're not gonna get dumped. I thought at the beginning of this video I was going to say that the Apple Watch version was better and that you would say Pokemon Go Plus is better. I actually have changed my mind in the first 5 minutes.
You're switching over.
I've just switched over. We should change places.
Actually, I said it alerts when there's a Pokestop, and you can collect the items, and then you have, like, however you need your screen again to swipe and see what you actually got. Then you have that little button you can see here, and you go boosh.
Is that the sound that it makes? Boosh! It's got a little speaker.
Pika pika.
That would be great. We don't need Pokemon Go Plus. We need that little yellow thing that came with Pokemon, the yellow version.
People are expecting it to sell out really quickly, but a good thing actually is that they waited a little bit till the boom's gone down.
Yeah.
Because that device would have like sold out so quickly that everyone would be like, oh, why can I not get it?
Yeah. There would have been so much more Pokemon Go hate because they were angry about not getting the device.
It will still sell out really quickly.
Oh yeah.
Pokemon Go Plus is designed better for kids. One button you can carry it around. It is not an Apple Watch, which
and cheaper.
Yeah. So I've seen that several times that parents play together with their kids. A mom lets her child play Pokemon Go on her phone.
Even though it's the mum's phone, she could give the accessory to the kid. So the kid's in charge of pressing the button every now and then. The child has the fun of saying, oh, there must be a Pokemon around here, but I can't play with the phone right now. And then the kid's really excited about checking the phone later.
Sometimes when you have a Pokemon that is hard to catch, so you don't use a normal Pokeball, you use your favorite word?
It's exquisite ball. Is that it?
No! In case you have Ultra Balls, I mean, you might want to switch, or you want to use some incense or something to keep them there, or something you can't do.
But Niantic might have tactics like use Master Balls if other balls don't work. Yeah. And you could say, you could set up little joken, you could have little conditions like use up to 1 Master Ball and up to 3 Great Balls, and then after that don't use any more of my supplies. So Apple Watch will be different to Pokemon Go Plus because there is a screen. And not just one button. And I think where Pokemon Go Plus will be like a button to just kind of put it aside for a moment. You still have those Pokemon and stuff, but you just check it later. Apple Watch will be more like, I'm gonna deal with it now, but only very briefly. Let's go through the features that Apple Watch will have. You'll have information on the clock face. You can actually show information about your eggs that you're hatching. You can also have information showing your team. It'll show your team, what team you're on, but also how many experience points you have, which is important for people who love their role-playing games. They want to know how many more XP they need. You'll be able to go on walks. I think you'll like start your session and it will count how many kilometers you've walked on that session.
Which is great if you like going for a run or something.
This is great,
so you actually know how many calories you burn, how long you've been going.
So building exercise into the actual app. Because right now, it doesn't actually show you how many kilometers you've walked, does it? So with the watch, it's kind of nice to have that information. It's like, oh, I've done a good 500 meters already,
yeah. Ooh, now I deserve a cake.
You also have information about nearby Pokemon. I guess that's the same as sightings. When a Pokemon shows up, it will actually show you what Pokemon on the demo that they did. It said a wild Snorlax appeared, whereas with Pokemon Go Plus, it won't actually show you, you'll just get a buzz.
Or it might be a Pidgey, it might be a Rattata, it might be a Legendary!
Yeah.
You won't know.
Serves you right for not looking at your phone.
Exactly.
You'll also get Pokestops, which I think, this is one of my favorite features for this. It's not even Pokemon Go anymore. You're walking by a cool thing and here's what it is.
Yeah, and it explains it to you.
And it explains it in like one sentence.
Sometimes it's just like, this is an object, but the rest is pretty good.
yeah, sometimes, this is a thing. So thanks a lot.
Thing.
You'll also be able to actually swipe the Pokestop and see exactly what objects you got from it.
Sweet.
And you'll also get your notifications of trophies.
Yes.
So if you get medals about like visiting 5,000 Pokestops.
Or you caught 10 tiny Pokemon.
Yeah, or 10 electric types or something. I'd be impressed if someone had done that, because I've only ever seen one, and that was Pikachu, I think.
Yeah, it's a bit hard. All around, but it's really hard actually.
They're kind of rare. If you're into hatching your eggs, you will get information and notifications saying, oh, and you'll see the egg, you'll get to see it hatch, you'll see exactly what hatched, and I guess that's good information at a glance because you can actually go back into the phone, reset all your incubators.
See, like thinking about it now though, it seems to be very, it's pretty much just that.
Yeah.
It's pretty much that. It might still make people run you over. Like someone might still drive a car and go like, ooh! And then look at his watch, and it is even easier to now go, well, I'm not allowed to like use my phone while I'm driving, but it's just my watch. I'm just looking at my watch. Just 1 second, I'm just gonna flick this.
What do you think causes people to stare at the phone constantly? What do you think that is?
It's probably seeing if there's Pokemon close,
right?
Or if you're approaching a Pokestop, where are you going?
I think it's the map. I think it's the fact that you can see the road that you're walking on. You have the impression that you can see where you're going, but you're not taking into account the fact that Pokemon Go has removed a lot of information from the map that is actually they're real obstacles, real living people in real life that do not show up in the app. If the Apple Watch app doesn't have an actual map, like actual pictures of roads, people won't stare at it. That's what I think.
Do you think they'll charge for the app?
I don't think so.
So it's either paying 3,500 for Pokemon Go Plus,
yeah,
or for free, possibly get an app that actually does a bit more.
Right. Think about this: Pokemon Go Plus. You could tie your hair up with it. So
oh, that is pretty sweet.
You could get two and put them on.
You're selling this to me.
I thought you had 2 pigtails today. You've only got 1. But if you had 2, can you imagine? You could have 1 on each. So let's talk about which one we think is better. One doesn't have a screen.
See, to be honest, I first thought Pokemon Go Plus is gonna be the thing for me, but now hearing all the details what the watch actually does, I'm very tempted of just going like, well, maybe just get the watch secondhand.
Right. You do get that full experience, and in my opinion, you won't be staring at it the way that people have been currently. Yeah. And I think that'll be a liberating experience.
Maybe just while you're shopping as well, like you're working, you don't always want to have your phone.
Especially with egg hatching, if you don't have the app actually open and the phone on, you can't do it. But with the watch, it will actually allow you to switch the screen off and continue using it.
You hatched. Okay, next one. Well, you probably need to go back in to like place some other stuff into the incubator and stuff.
Oh yeah, for the more detailed stuff, yeah.
But then put it back in and then walk around with it.
The Apple Watch app is going to, for me especially, save the whole experience.
The app and Pokemon Go Plus, I think, are gonna bring people back to the game a bit more, because right now people are starting to lose interest a little bit because it's really hard for casual gaming and you're always walking the same path. It's something to kind of give you the incentive of like, hey, don't forget Pokemon Go, it's actually really cool, play it again.
After the summer, everyone had a lot of time to be staring at their phone the whole time, but now we're trying to actually fit it into our commutes to work. People are going to school and they're not actually allowed to have it out all the time. Just check the Pokemon, click it, didn't get it, okay, whatever. I don't even know if you can do that. Can you capture Pokemon with the watch app?
Oh, did they make that clear?
They didn't make that clear. With Pokemon Go Plus, you can actually press a button
to try and capture.
So we will have
not make that clear.
We will be trying this in a future video when we've actually got the Watch app and we can actually test it. But right now, I don't even know if you can actually catch Pokemon. I think I like Pokemon Go Plus better.
Oh.
Right. And I'm going to explain why.
All right.
Being able to postpone Pokemon Go so that I can deal with it in my own time seems better to me. At first I thought I'd quite like to see the information. Oh, you've come, there's a Pokestop here, I'd like to see that. I think after the first 4 or 5 times, I'd start to get like, I don't care.
Also, with the Watch one, you are actually gaming more.
Yeah,
You're still flipping, you're still pushing stuff, you're doing things.
Receiving information, reading
It's kind
stuff.
of, like I said, it's like the same thing in a mind and a small version on your wrist.
Yeah.
But while the Pokemon Go Plus is kind of like doing it like later.
But the best thing to take away from all of this is that now we have more options to fit Pokemon Go into our lives our way. I actually don't dislike the game. I quite like...
What? Did you just hear that? One more time, please. What?
I don't actually dislike the game. I know.
Which game?
The Pokemon Go.
Can we make a sentence out of this?
Turn it into a GIF. But I do dislike the way that the app works. The fact that it forces you to leave the screen on, otherwise egg hatching doesn't work. Stuff like that.
Yeah, that's annoying.
So being able to have 3 different ways to interact with this game.
Yeah.
A completely postpone it for later, or use it now but it's going to be much less intrusive, or just actively playing the game. That's going to be perfect because then the game can be casual and it can be active.
I'm very, very curious if that's going to bring the downfall of the game back up.
I think it will actually bring it back up, but then only for Christmas.
Possibly.
Only for Christmas.
We'll give it a peek, but then it's the question, what are they going to do? Like, there are talks about newer versions, and then we're going to introduce a couple of new things into the game. We're going to talk about that maybe in a different video.
Honestly, I think the automation feature, like, use up to 5 of the Master Balls and up to 3 of the Great Balls.
I haven't seen any, like, human Ultra Balls or Great Balls game
I don't know if there even is one, and if there is one, maybe there's only one.
I thought I was going to like Pokemon Go Plus.
Yeah, I thought I was going to like the Watch app better.
And we swapped over!
We've swapped over, but when we actually get Pokemon Go Plus and the Watch, we can actually do a comparison. That's if someone actually buys Pokemon Go Plus, but I'll definitely be getting the Apple Watch app.
Yeah, I'd like to see actually people playing with the Pokemon Go Plus and see if it's really worth it or not for 3,500 yen.
I think that's not very much money. To be able to still be involved in the game, but not bother any of your friends. Plus you get to show your affiliation, like, I am a trainer, you know?
Check it out, but if you leave it at home, like, you're more likely to forget it at home than the Watch.
Unless you use it as your hair accessory.
Exactly. Necklace. Oh, that'd be sweet.
But you have to
like a choker, Pokemon Go Plus choker.
Yeah, you could make it the choker. Let us know in the comments what you guys think. Will you be going for Pokemon Go Plus or the Apple Watch?
Ooh, yeah, or neither.
Or neither, yeah.
Maybe you don't like either of them.
Maybe you don't like either of them. Do let us know what kind of player you think you're going to be, a postpone it for later, or an active player, or kind of in the middle. I feel like Apple Watch is kind of in the middle.
Yeah, but it's kind of still very active.
Don't forget, there are plenty of other videos about these topics as well. Pokemon stuff going up here in the corner. And we will see you in the next Let's Play Japan video. Bye!
Hey kittens, this is Kathy Cat, and today I'm with Nihongo Gamer.
Hello!
The decline of Pokemon Go. It's already happening!
So we've got this really great graph, which you can't really see here.
It goes like,
but it goes up and then down, and it doesn't show any signs of suddenly going back up. There is the illusion in most games, in app games, that there is an end.
The best thing you can do is probably get yourself like some incense. Hopefully it will attract a good Pokemon, but unluckily you might just get lots of Pidgeys and a Rattata.
Niantic has hundreds and hundreds of YouTube videos of people suggesting great ideas. If they don't take any of them, then it serves them right.